going on, everyone? Welcome to Mornings with the Focus. Wilson Tarpe Jr. I think we might have Justin on towards the end of the week. Got several topics to go through. As always, in case your first time tuning in, Mornings with the Focus is an open discussion with you guys. So I got a few pre-scripted topics. After that, it's on y'all. What I'll do today, I'll probably throw the link in the chat for anyone that wants to come on and just talk. Talk sports. Obviously, we encourage you guys to hit the comment section. If you don't want to come on and talk, hit the comment section. Either or works. Just want to hear from you guys. Again, want to hear every morning just to have an open dialogue. Let's get started. What we got today? We're gonna start in NFL because obviously, with training camp going on, that's the majority of the news is at the moment. The Dolphins. We'll start with the Dolphins. Let's first talk about their punishment. Secondly, was it enough? On Twitter this morning, already seen Dolphin fans talking about they got a heavier punishment than the Patriots did for Spygate. I have to look back at that and see. And even so, just that has nothing to do with one thing has nothing to do with the other. The NFL notified the Miami Dolphins on Tuesday that the team will be stripped of its 2023 first-round pick, among other disciplinary measures for violations of league policies relating to the integrity of the game. Following a 6-month investigation, the league found the Dolphins, primarily team owner Stephen Ross and vice chairman / limited partner Bruce Beal, violated the anti-tampering policy on 3 occasions from 2019 to 2022 in conversations with quarterback Tom Brady and the agent for then New Orleans Saints coach Sean Payton. So, for the most, I still feel like they got off easy. So they lost the first round pick, and I'm sure that does hurt. But if they're as good as they believe they are this year, right? It wouldn't have been a high pick. Secondly, they still technically have a first round pick. It belongs to the Niners from, I think it's the last pick of that Trey Lance deal. So they still do have a first round pick. And again, still think they got off pretty easily. With the Deshaun Watson news coming out this week in terms of what the punishment, him getting a suspension with that whole situation. We've talked several times, on here. We talked last night on the Focus TV about things as well. But the NFL needs to figure out how they dole out punishments. Because they're always so inconsistent, depending on who it is and the range of the public outcry. There's nothing where you can be like, hey, this offense is this leads to this, like specifically. There's nothing like that. We know in other sports, if it's PEDs or something like that, X amount of games, there's a precedent for it. This league, it changes depending on who it is, what year it is, and when. There's no hard line to anything. Again, and they open themselves up to some of this discourse because of it. When the Deshaun Watson when Judge Robinson ruled that it's going to be 6 games, a lot of people bring up things like Calvin Ridley's one of the most recent, which he got a year, I think it was a season-long suspension because for gambling. For making a bet on his team to win, mind you. But again, my whole thing is with that is the league kind of ushered into this whole gambling thing in terms of connecting it with sports and everything else. You got some teams, different sports that have sport books on the same grounds as the arenas and stadiums, what have you. And I'm not saying that what Calvin did was right. I'm just saying you had to expect that at some. You had to anticipate that being an outcome with how much. Think about how much that affects sports. At one time, it was just fantasy sports popped up. It's kind of annoying. Cool, it is what it is, and then now you throw money on top of it. Yeah, all of this stuff is just craziness, right? But again, you think about with the Brian Flores suit and everything like that, again, with the Dolphins. I don't understand how it was just this. Where's the big fine? I know there's some other things the owner can't come to certain events and things like that. Man, look, I don't think the punishment doled out was heavy enough. Like, you should have took multiple picks away. Like, you were literally openly tampering. And again, according to their ruling, like after their investigation, 3 times, 3 separate occasions that they deemed that you were tampering between 2019 and 2022. Again, I think the punishment could have been worse, should have been worse, but not in charge. The NFL has their own people for things like that, and we see what they ended up doing. I want to go into some camp battles, at least things that have popped up to me throughout the first few. We're getting through the first. I don't even think everyone's hit 10 days of camp yet. So as we approach, the 10-day mark, we're getting closer and closer. Some things that's popped out to my mind, at least. I definitely like to see what you guys think in terms of camp battles. Just any, it's not possible for me to know every intriguing camp battle around the league. I can speak to the ones I've seen. Outside of that, if there's you guys know there is great battles, certain position battles, or for the teams that you guys root for, what have you, share. Hit the comment section, let me know, and then I'll definitely try to make it my business to take a look at it. Alec Pierce, the wide receiver out of Cincinnati, drafted by the Colts. Bro, you get to deal with Stephon Gilmore every day. You want to talk about like an accelerated track? That's what that is. One of the best corners in the league, and has been since he's been in the league. You could do far worse in terms of you're going to see far less talented corners that are number 1 corners for the team than what you're getting in camp. It also means you're going to have to earn everything you get, every route, every rep. He's not going to give those to you. Trey Lance dealing with the Niners' first-team defense. A lot of people talk about the O-line, all this other stuff. Look, man, that is a very rude and proud defense that has had to, for the most part, carry a team for 4 years. And it's been through different iterations of that defense. Some pieces stay the same. Others haven't. It's a tough defense, Dre's going to his second year, first year as a starter. Yeah, I don't know anybody that thought he was about to come into this camp and light up that defense, especially when they're not game planning for it. Just wasn't going to happen. You got Chris Olave dealing with the Saints' first-team defense. Primarily this, specifically their secondary, but this Saints defense has been lights out for the last, 2 to 3 seasons. Feel like they've put a lot of resources in it, and it's one of the better units in the league. It's one of the best units in the league. You got the Steelers quarterbacks dealing with the Steelers first-team defense. I don't think either one of them are, doing the greatest. But again, another thing where there's going to be times this season, for all the 30 folks I've named thus far, where other teams, things are going to be a little bit easier compared to what you're seeing right now. Other teams might not be able to even replicate it, honestly. The Rams corners, I feel bad for every one of them not named Jalen Ramsey. Training camp cannot be fun. Not only do you have to deal with the amazing Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson's on a get back. Just to remind everybody who he is. And it's, a lot of the noise coming from their camp is he's exactly who we thought he was. I think some people might have forgot. And he's a problem. And I think they're going to enjoy using him to dictate matchups and pick on defenses. Obviously, he's a different type weapon that Odell was, but we saw what it was like last year. Just having another reliable target that teams have to honor, like truly honor, that could even deserve a double or extra attention at the same time as Kupp. And Odell certainly proved that last year when he was with them. Like, you leave him one-on-one, he's gonna make defense pay. I think Allen's going to do. It's not going to be done the same way, but he's going to do much of the same. I'm really looking forward to see how McVay uses the two of those guys. Again, I'll be looking around the league a little bit more as camp goes on. If y'all have any, please don't hesitate to share them again. It's going to be a reoccurring thing. Just interesting camp battles that you want to hear. I just want to be aware of them. So let me know. Another one. I'm sorry, I forgot one. rookie corner Andrew Booth against the Minnesota wide receivers. You get Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen every day. Yeah, you accelerated track. You're gonna go through it. And the good thing is, even you're losing reps now, you're winning reps, what have you. By the time you get to the regular season, you're gonna be facing wide receivers that aren't as good as them. Just Justin Jefferson is one of the best in the league, talking upper echelon, even at the young age, and that's what you have to deal with. Yeah, it's only positive things. This is just something I saw this morning. I want to share with you guys. It's this type of stuff I usually share with Justin whenever I see it. I think you guys can see it on screen. So let me get it up for myself so I can read it. About Andrew Callahan yesterday, through almost 7 practices, the new Patriots offense seems to borrow more specifically from Sean McVay than General Shanahan principles. Some of the things he's talking about: heavy outside zone, play action boot passes off the outside zone, tight wide receiver splits, increasing amounts of jet motion. And Curry Thompson tweeted, I remember talking with DP NFL, and in case you guys just want to know who that is, it's full-time Dame. They work for the Draft Network. Follow all of these people, all 3 of these people, to get information. But about how McVay gets his wide receivers open out of tight splits so consistently. Patriots trying to eliminate jams and create separation for their shifty slot guys and tight ends specifically. Again, let's just think about what was said. Think about New England's weapons, and it's easy to see why that could be beneficial, right? We saw last year their improved run game. Ramondre Stevenson looks to be one of those guys. All right. Looking forward to see what he does this year. They have a good running back room as a whole. Sorry, let me take that screen. But man, the weapons. They got Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne. They drafted my guy Tyquan Thornton, who I was really excited about. Wanted him in San Fran, didn't get my wish. Happy that he got drafted. I think he went 2nd round, which higher than some folks had him. I expect him to contribute, especially what they talk about with this. If this is the offense, more of the offense that they're adopting, man. Again, with those tight splits, alleviating the opportunities for defenses to jam their skill position players. They got 2 good tight ends. You got Hunter Henry. Who's the other guy that's there? Of course, now I'm gonna forget. Give me 1 second, because that's bad. But it's Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, I believe, are the tight ends I'm thinking of. Yeah, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. They also have Devin Asai. So again, KB, Ty Montgomery, Tyquan Thornton, and Nelson Aguilar still there. Big piece for them, Devontae Parker, who's been acting a fool already in camp. And that running back room was Damian Harris was the guy I was thinking about. I'm sorry. Ramondre Stevenson and Pierre Strong Jr. should be fun. Look, man, I can see it. That's the biggest thing. You could definitely see what it is they're trying to do. It's just about, coming to fruition. I'm looking at preseason. I don't know how many teams are really going to play the starters that much. But just even not so, maybe so not seeing the starters, but just the schemes. I know some things are going to be a little bit more vanilla, but what have you even. But even if you've made a scheme change, even from a vanilla standpoint, we'll see a little something that's different. Or just some clips from joint practices. But that's something interesting I just want to share with you guys. And again, if you guys see stuff like that, please let me know. Don't hesitate to let us know. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this link in there. You guys are more than welcome to join. Go from there. Where's this at? All right, so it is in there. Give you guys a couple minutes. If not, then we'll close things down. And I think it's either tomorrow or Friday. I think we'll have Justin back, and we'll see what we'll have. But again, you're free to come on, talk about whatever comes to your mind within the realm of sports, man, and we'll go from there. Trying to see what else we got going on. What else I saw today, at least. Still very, very early. very, very early. Oh yeah, there's some stuff that has been extremely funny, but yeah, man, these camp battles should be fun. I know we got the Hall of Fame preseason game tomorrow, so we'll see. Get some football. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think either. I know the Jacksonville Jags are not expecting to play. I think no Trevor, no Etienne. I don't know how many other folks won't be a part of it, but we'll see. So again, I put the link up if you guys want to hop on and talk. Whatever's on your mind is sports. If not, just hit the comment section. And again, be on for another couple minutes and we'll close things down. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. A reminder, every morning, unless have work related things to do, which means I can't be here. Got to be on the ground, as some would say. But yeah, every morning we start between 9:30 and 10 a.m. Tomorrow we'll be back again, and like I said, I think we'll have Justin on tomorrow morning. Not too sure, but all right, give you guys a little bit more time. So give you guys like 30-40 more seconds after that. Gonna close things down for the day, but again, appreciate you guys. Anybody tunes in live and those of you that tune in later, again, start between 9:30 and 10 a.m. Every morning for Mornings with the Focus. Oh, okay. Jess is gonna pop in. What did the Cowboys do at wide receiver too? It seems a lot of Cowboy folks are just like, they got Jalen Tolbert, they'll be fine. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing, man. Cause what is it? Gallup's still coming back. Noah Brown, Washington got hurt. I guess you're gonna Tolbert, folks like Tolbert, Simi Fehoko get an opportunity to step up. If not, I think you're gonna be looking around the league as people get cut, and you might be in a worse situation in terms of some teams might have too much depth, and you see what spills over, or you go out in free agency and see if there's anything there that you need. But I don't know, man. Yeah, again, I think you should give the youngsters the first crack at it. At least give them a week, or you could do both. Give the youngsters first crack at it and still bring a couple vets in, just to be safe. Nothing wrong with that at all either. At all. About to try to see what's out in free agency, period, at wide receiver. Let's go see. Where we at? Free agents. Let's go see what we got. Alright, give me a second, guys. Just wait for it to load. I have some sort of answer to this question. Positions, wide receiver, right? Alright, let's go see. Alright, so what you have out there right now is you got Will Fuller, T.Y. Hilton, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, Odell, who's not close to playing yet. I don't know what they end up doing, honestly. I really don't know. You said it's the worst group in the NFL. Oh boy, that's where you're at with it today. Healthy, I don't think they're the worst group in the league. However, I think they are extremely top heavy, which again, some other teams are like that as well. Well, many other teams are like that as well. But I don't think it's the worst group. It might. While I don't think it's the worst group, I can also say that I don't think it's a group that's utilized to their, best utilized, I guess is the best way I could say it. But I don't think it's a bad group. Like, there's a lot of talent in there. Like, CD, Gallup, we're talking about Tolbert, Washington before he got hurt. But even with just those three, like, I think that's quality talent. But, you don't know where one's going to be because of injury. But I think there's a big drop-off after those three. even with James Washington there. James Washington's been floating around, right? So I don't know. I truly don't know. Sit currently. But now I don't think it's the worst, but it's one of the ones. It's one of several that is not best used. It's not they're not exactly playing to all of their players, all the receiver strengths within the office. Just they don't put them in the best situations. I'm trying to find nice ways to say it. It's something they need to improve on for sure, but it's not a talent issue at all. Definitely not a talent issue. All right. Again, folks, like I said, I'll put the links out there for you guys if you want to call in. If not, we're going to get ready to shut things down. And Justin, appreciate you coming here, ask a couple quick questions. But looks like I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll either have Justin tomorrow with us or Friday. I do not know which as of yet. But again, I'll start doing that a little bit more after we get through the pre-selected topics. Dropping a link in there if you guys want to come on. So for those of you that watch a little bit later, the mornings that you guys are able to watch live, you'll have that opportunity, man. It's really just that simple. But y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And, should have quite a bit of news that comes out today across sports. And we'll revisit some of those conversations tomorrow morning. Y'all have a good one.